Hey, we're back. Lewis is just doing some fucking weird dumbbell exercise here in the gym. You've got the dumbbell between your legs, and you're like using your arms to push yourself up with this fucking dumbbell between your legs.
What are you talking about?
I don't.
It's probably called like a jerk and press, or
you're doing a jerk and press for some reason. I think you're jerking and pressing because there's two ladies on the treadmill right behind you here, and I think you're trying to like show off to them a bit, but they never notice you. You're in here punching away, jerking, you're pressing, lunging, all sorts, and they're just plugged in. They're plugged into the social media. They've got Spotify on.
No, they're listening to an audiobook.
They're listening to Dido or whatever it is that people listen to when they're on a treadmill. And they just
I'm
don't
trying to
give a
tie
shit.
this round to the chat about books, Sips.
Oh, yeah.
We
Didn't
agreed
Dido
last
write a
time
book?
that we would talk about books. What?
Didn't Dido actually write a book?
Didn't Dido write a book? I don't know, Sips. Didn't Dido write a book? It sounds like a tongue twister.
Pretty sure that she didn't actually, but I thought maybe that would be a good segue into books.
Dido book. I can't find one.
No. Oh man, you're doing skip rope, and still these broads are just like whatever. Look at this fucking clown.
So
skipping rope. Yeah. So books. I started talking about kids' books last time, and you were laughing because I guess you think that that's some sort of sign of weakness. But I'll have you know, Lewis, that kids' books are pretty interesting actually. There's also always like a nice moral to them, a nice story. You know, everybody wins, everybody's happy, they're very family oriented and stuff like that. You know, don't knock them till you try them.
Sips, I am
Fucking
a
hate.
big
Fucking
fan
hate me.
of children's books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Children's books, I am a fan.
Good. Well, listen, I can tell you who's not a fan of you right now.
Really,
his name
like
is Lenny
green
Moskowitz.
eggs and ham.
Oh, well, Lenny Moskowitz does not like you because you keep just slamming the shit out of his face with your fists.
I will take them in a pan.
No, you can't. I don't think that that's in the book, actually. Because that would imply that you're going to eat them out of, like, the toilet. Which you don't want to even give your kids that idea. Because, let me tell you something. If they knew that that is a possibility, they would want to do it. Regardless of the health concerns or the ramifications or anything. Be like, no, Dad, I'm not eating this. I want to eat out of the toilet. Like, it's just anything to upset the routine and the status quo. You know, that's where kids are at. That's how they think. That's how they operate. That's the level that they operate on.
Does Kurt often ask to eat out of the toilet?
No, but that's because I've gone to great lengths to never mention eating and the toilet in the same sentence.
Okay.
So that you would ever put those two together and realize that, you know, it was a thing.
I see, because you don't want to say,
no,
don't eat it out of the toilet. Because that
no.
would be something that he really would want to do then. He would
exactly.
think, why is he telling me not to eat out of the toilet?
Because kids want to do the things. What's this? When he looks at you, you can make one more repetition. You gain 15% more strength from training.
Oh.
Do you want that? I fucking think you do, actually. You're going for it. We're going to get Way of the Bear next as well, because that's the one for you. Slugger. Yeah, no, I don't want my kids to eat out of the toilet. I don't want them to know that the toilet and eating are things that can be done. If you're an adult and you want to eat your sandwich while you're taking a dump, that's up to you. I don't think you should, personally.
Have you done that?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
I eat everything in the toilet. Sips.
Oh, fuck off! Are you serious?
I eat
How are you alive
I eat
still?
pizza. I had a pizza
No.
in the toilet today.
No.
Every time. Everything I eat. In fact, I don't eat anything not on the toilet.
What?
I can only eat on the tolet. Yeah.
Fuck you.
And I put the pizza down on the lid.
Fuck
and I sit
you.
there on the floor.
Do you watch your iPad in the bathroom?
And then, oh no. I don't like touching other people's
Do you have
phones.
a magazine rack in your bathroom?
I genuinely don't like touching other people's phones because I know that they use it in the bathroom and they don't wash it or wash their hands.
I know.
Anything.
I mean, this is something, I do a lot of stupid shit, okay? Like, I'm into a lot of stupid shit. I do a lot of stupid shit. But let me tell you, having a magazine rack in my bathroom is not a stupid fucking thing that I do. I think that's gross. Like, I think that's fucking gross. If you take your iPad, your phone with you in the toilet as well, that's kind of gross too. I mean, there is a lot of fucking shit flying around in the air in your bathroom, getting onto your stuff and everything. And like, sometimes you accidentally lick your phone or whatever. You might as well just lick a piece of shit.
Well, actually, this is quite interesting. Well, first of all, I totally agree with you, by the way. And I mean,
good. I'm glad somebody
does.
Goodness
sake, okay.
God.
How long do you need to be in the bathroom for to have to bring a magazine? I mean,
jeez, your ass just like
I am
fall
in and
asleep
out.
every time.
Okay, I'm very efficient.
I don't want to be in there for very long.
I have a nice high fiber diet, so I don't need to be in there very long.
Well, I don't. See, this is the problem. See, I'm in there longer than I want to be because of my diet. But honestly, if I was really fucking healthy, holy shit. I mean, I would be getting that fine-tuned down to like 30 seconds, 20 seconds maybe. I'd be like in and out like Batman.
Cereal.
Oh.
And so my poops are like Weetabixes. They just it's kind of like a sponge, a dry sponge coming out.
Oh.
And
yeah.
It just slides straight out. No mess.
Whoa.
What's up, what's down, and then I'm out of there. I'm getting out of there.
I knew a guy who told me, he's like, oh fuck, like we were young too at the time. We were young and we were maybe drinking a little bit too much at the time too.
Okay, so you weren't that young.
It's gotta be said. We're pretty young. We're like, I'd say like 20 at the time.
Okay, that's your idea of young.
20's pretty. 20's young now for me. God,
I was young.
Yeah, it's pretty young when I was 20 anyway.
Okay.
I felt a lot younger than I do now anyway I was 20. So anyway, we're about 20, give or take. So it's probably about 20. And I'm talking to my friend, and I said, fuck, we've been drinking a lot recently. No, I mean, it was just like it's just just something that you... Yeah, he's deep German.
Okay.
Like deepest, darkest Germany. His name is Fuck Van Fuckenheimer. Anyway, so I'm talking to him, and I said, like, geez, we've been drinking a lot recently, like my diet isn't the best. Like, fuck, I've been taking some really loose shits recently.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I know what you mean, like, or whatever. But honestly, like, I can't remember the last time I passed, like, a solid shit. It's like, whoa, really? I was like, because I'm pretty sure I did one, like, last week. But, just because of the way this week has gone or whatever, maybe not so much. He's like, no, for me, it's been, like, years. And I was like, whoa, you got to get that checked out. Like, you should actually be able to pass a solid shit once in a while. It shouldn't always be, like, liquid or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I don't really care. Okay, fine. So this guy, as far as I know, has just had runny shits his whole life.
He's dead now.
He's probably dead.
Yeah.
He's probably shit himself silly.
People who were listening to this podcast and expecting us to have a really good chat about books, okay, have had it completely turn around, and we're now talking about
shit.
A really terrible anecdote, frankly, of your friend Fuck von Van Fuckenheimer.
Well, come on.
From Canada.
It's the only thing that sprang to mind when we started talking about shitting.
Has told you that he's never had a solid shit in his life. What a story! What a story!
Well,
I'm glad
how many other people
how many other people you know
that would have a story about that?
This guy's fucking crazy.
Well, fuck. Come on. Jeez, I can't help it. I can't help the company I used to keep like 15 years ago.
Oh,
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
It's not my fault that this guy never took a solid shit before. God.
So I read an internet article that said the average keyboard has like 10 times as much like fecal matter on it than the average toilet seat.
So gross.
Because no one ever cleans their keyboard.
No.
And they don't wash their hands, I guess. So in fact,
do you ever get that thing on your keyboard where you get like a horseshoe shape of like dried up Pringles dust?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, sometimes I don't clean my keyboard either. And maybe sometimes I don't wipe my hands after I eat, so you get...
What kind of horseshoe shape, though? What are you talking about?
It's like, you know, like your finger on the key. It's like, you know, when you put your finger on the key, it's like the it's like the outside of like the tip of your finger, so it like sort of makes a like
what, around the up arrow?
Yeah, sure, around the up arrow, yeah.
What the fuck?
No, you never had that?
No.
Fuck, I'm a filthy asshole. Well, to be fair, my keyboard is pretty clean right now. I've like started cleaning it more, but at one point, at like a really low point in my life, I'm pretty sure that there was like a congealed horseshoe of like Pringles and Cheetos dust on possibly the 2 key, which was my flash heel key.
It was yesterday.
Back in the day. Yeah, no, it was yesterday, for sure.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Just so everyone knows, I'm not as gross. We are not as gross as we make out. In fact, we're pretty. No, I don't want to say we are any kind of OCD, because we're not. Right? No way.
Man, I'm pretty fucking.
That's
gross.
An actual thing that a lot of people are like, oh, I'm all OCD about this, when they're clearly not.
No, I mean, it is seriously debilitating in your life. Yeah. Being anal is not having OCD. OCD will cripple aspects of your life, and potentially ruin parts of your life, because it's a
and reading a Reddit
disorder.
article that says keyboards have shit on them more than your toilet seat, making you want to clean your keyboard once, that doesn't make you OCD, okay? That's fairly normal. So I do try and clean stuff that I think is a bit gross. I'm one of these people who won't like touch the handle of like toilet stools and stuff if I could avoid it.
Oh shit, yeah. What do you do? Do you just use like a bit of... Do you carry like wipes with you for that? Or do you just use toilet paper? Because arguably there's a lot of shit on the thing that holds the toilet paper in public toilets. And not only that, maybe on the toilet paper itself. Like,
I tend to...
You don't know how many people have been in there waving their dick and their ass around.
I get a couple of sheets of loo roll and use that to like lock the door or like unlock. Do you see what I mean?
See,
when I'm in a public bathroom.
I think you should consider actually carrying around some antibacterial wipes.
That sounds like a good idea. You are a dad, right? So you now have to have a handkerchief in your pocket, okay, in case a child gets a nosebleed or something gets spilled and you have to wipe it up. Handkerchiefs are so useful. My dad would like a fucking save the
suitcase. We have a suitcase that we take everywhere with us that has every possible thing a child could ever need.
What are you talking about? You have a suitcase.
Because that's what you do when you have
kids. What, like
kids.
A fucking defibrillator? What's in there?
It's not a suitcase. It's like a big fucking bag that has like diapers in it, wipes, bottles, like fucking soothers, like everything. It has everything in it. So no, I'm not gonna put a fucking handkerchief in my pocket. I'm just gonna put it in the bag with all the other shit that we carry around.
Tough shit. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to at some point. It's gonna tick over to like your age is gonna tick over, and you're gonna think, do you know what I need today? A handkerchief. And then, do you know what? I'm gonna buy you a pack of handkerchiefs when I come over next. And you're gonna say, actually, Lewis, god damn, do you know what? I've been using that handkerchief you gave me every day. It was so useful. You'll do telling me.
Yeah. Are you gonna get my initials embroidered on that as well?
Yeah. What are they?
I'm not telling you. I don't want that.
Okay, they're not
shit.
too bad.
I'm never going to use that.
I just want. I didn't want to. If I couldn't get them for Frank Underwood, for example, you know.
Frank Underwood, yeah. Get me a handkerchief with Frank Underwood's initials embroidered into it. That would be nice. That would be really good.
I'd love to.
And as a joke, when you come over, you're like, all right, come on, Sips, let's see the handkerchief. And I pull it out, and there's just a big shit stain on it. There you go.
And that's what you got when you wiped your keyboard down.
I wiped my keyboard and I wiped a big log of shit off my keyboard.
Listen, when you're
a
dad,
we're going to come back next time, Lewis, and we're going to talk about something a little bit nicer than congealed Cheeto residue on my keyboard and shit and wiping my ass with a handkerchief.
Is multi-purpose. It is like the wipes before there were wipes. You know, my dad always had a handkerchief. It was always there for emergencies, you know. There was always some emergency. You could put it tight over your head like a hat, you know. You could, use it for all sorts of things that I can't think of now, but he found ways. It was a dad handkerchief thing. We're not going to talk about it anymore. We'll end it here. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.